What up, guys? It's Salvajee from Salvajee Cartel. Welcome back to another Titanfall 2 news video. We're going to be talking about the Titans that were revealed today. Now we know all 6 Titans and pretty much their abilities. Well, we knew Scorch and Ion, but yeah, it's 6 Titans in total. So I'm going to put 6 Titans on the video. Anyways, let's talk about the first Titan. It's called Legion. I was going to show you guys like an actual picture, and I was going to do this video on my PC, but my PC fucking sucks and it didn't want to record. So yeah, I guess we'll just have to look at this beastly Mastiff gameplay. It's not that beastly, but it's kind of average. Anyways, let's take a look at the Legion Titan. So Legion is all about guns and technicalities. Legion is primarily a frontline unit designed to focus on defense and control. So I guess you could say this is the defensive Titan that it's also going to be focusing on, you know, just holding down an area. Quite honestly, I think this is an all-around Titan, and of course this Titan is the one with the railgun. So let's talk about its abilities. Okay, so his primary weapon is called the Predator Cannon, which is a powerful minigun with a long spin-up time before it starts firing. I think Respawn said that because they don't want people to think that this minigun is going to be very, very powerful. With that said, this Titan has 2 firing modes. It has short range and it has long range because that's the tactical ability. The tactical ability is called Mode Switch, which switches between close range and long range precision rounds. So I guess you could say when you activate this, the primary weapon, it's going to shoot like chukung, 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 you know, and then when it's a long range, it's gonna shoot like yeah. I'm sorry for the sound effects, but I just wanted to, you know, I just wanted you guys to get like a visual image of how it's gonna sound. Anyways, the Ordnance, which is the R1 ability, it's going to be called Power Shot. Close range knocks back and nearby enemies, so it's going to be like Pharah's ability from Overwatch, the R1 ability, I believe. And then long range, it damages enemies in its path, so it's going to shoot rockets and it's going to damage enemies in its path. And then, of course, the defensive ability, it's going to be called Gun Shield, which deploys a protective shield from the actual weapon itself. Okay, which means you're going to be most likely you're going to be able to move and shoot at the same time simultaneously, which is actually a pretty cool ability, honestly. This Titan actually seems very, very powerful so far. But honestly, guys, after looking at all of the Titans, they all seem pretty balanced, honestly. Like, they all seem like they're all balanced out in each other, and most of them counteract each other. With that said, let's talk about the core ability. It's called Smart Core. The Predator Cannon automatically locks onto anything in range. So mainly what this is going to do, it's going to lock onto pretty much anything that is within your range, and you're going to be able to just shoot it. It's going to be an aimbot, like Soldier 76's ability. With that said, let's talk about the Ronin Titan, the highly anticipated Ronin Titan. Like, people really want to get their hands on this. Respawn pretty much said that Ronin is a hit and run specialist. You know, you want to get in, you want to do your damage, and then you want to run. And then, of course, he has great abilities like the Arc Wave. With that said, let's talk about his primary weapon. It's going to be called the Lead Wall Shotgun. It's a high power, low capacity shotgun that bounces off walls. So a shotgun that, you know, that has ricochet rounds. The ability, or the Ordnance ability, which is the R1 ability, it's the Arc Wave. So what this is going to do, Ronin is going to swing his sword into the ground, and it's going to be similar to the R1 attack that the Scorch Titan has, the one when he smacks the ground with his fist and then he creates like a firewall. Well, Ronin is going to create like some sort of electric wall. Yo, what the hell was wrong with my aim there? Anyways, yeah, it says, swiping his sword across the ground, Ronin creates an electrical wave that damages and slows enemies hit by it. I'm pretty sure this is going to kill pilots, and I'm pretty sure this is going to slow down Titans. And the reason for that is because, you know, Ronin is a Titan that moves very, very fast. So if you slow down Titan, chances are that your chances of killing that Titan are actually going to be better. With that said, let's talk about the tactical, which is called Phase Dash. And what this is going to do is it's going to let you pretty much, I guess you could say, look, it says Ronin dashes in a given direction, temporarily facing out of the world, avoiding incoming fire and creating the element surprise. So you're pretty much going to be able to surprise the enemy, run away from the enemy, or also get closer to the enemy very, very quickly with Phase Dash without taking any single damage. The defensive, it's called Sword Block. It reduces damage taken and can be held indefinitely. Look, guys, so this is mainly, if you guys play Destiny, then, you know, you probably know what this is. You know, you're going to be blocking incoming fire with your sword. Okay, so yeah, there pretty much isn't really anything to it, honestly. Let me actually, oh, oops, wait up. Indefinitely. I'm sorry, guys, I'm looking up the definition for indefinitely because I want to be sure of what I'm going to say. For an unlimited. Okay, so yeah, that's perfect. So you're going to be able to sword the sword block for pretty much an unlimited amount of time. This might be a problem. This might not be a problem. It does say reduces damage taken. It doesn't say that, you know, it reduces all damage taken, which pretty much means that let's say that you're far away from the enemy and you activate this ability, sword block. You know, you actually want to be blocking incoming damage. You know, and you don't want to, you know, you don't want to receive full damage from the enemy. Well, that's pretty much what you want to do. This is pretty much an ability to get closer to your enemy without taking a lot of damage. All right, Jesus Christ, like, why is that so hard to explain? So, all right. Anyways, the core ability is called Sword Core. Empowers his melee and sword abilities and gives access to new sword attacks. So this pretty much gives Ronin a sword that he can use to fuck people up with. Like, it's like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, there's pretty much nothing else to it. Alright, with that said, I'm not going to be talking about Scorch and Ion because we already played this in the pre-alpha. And if you don't know about the Scorch and Ion Titan, I have a guide on it. So check out the Titanfall guide playlist down in the description for that. Anyways, North Star is the other Titan, okay? Pretty much what Rockstar, LOL. Because, you know, Star and North, Rockstar North, that's what I thought about. Anyways, the North Star Titan, they say it's about flight and precision kills. It's pretty much a Titan that's a sniper, guys, okay? And of course, the Titan has cluster missiles as well, okay? So, North Star, the primary weapon, it's called the Plasma Railgun. It's a sniper railgun that charges up while zoomed, which means the more you aim, the more damage you're going to be able to do with your Titans. I think Respawn did this because they don't want people to be quick-scoping with this Titan, and of course, that's very, very smart. With that said, let's talk about the ordnance ability. It's called Cluster Missile, and these are pretty much direct impact missiles. You throw them on the ground, and then they impact, and then they explode on impact. The tactical is called VTOL Hover, and this pretty much means vertical takeoff. So I guess you could say, you know, when you activate this ability, the, you know, your Titan is going to be flying. It doesn't say... I mean, it says vertical hover, and hover means staying in one spot. So we don't really know if we're going to be able to travel from one spot to the other by flying with this Titan. Anyways, the defensive ability, it's called Tether Trap. It mines the lockdown nearby enemy Titan. So it's a mine that you put it on the ground, and then if the enemy steps on it, they're going, you know, if the Titan steps on it, they're not going to be able to move. This is actually very, very good in combination with the Ronin. You're going to be able to do like massive damage with the Ronin if, you know, the Titan is not, you know, if the Titan can't move. On top of that, it's also very, very good because, you know, you can hit someone with your plasma railgun, then throw the defense, you know, then activate the smoke, then throw the defensive trap, and then they get trapped on the thingy. So then you hit them again with another sniper railgun shot, and then you hit them again with the cluster missile. And then, of course, you fly, and then, you know, since you're going to be in the air, they're not going to be expecting that, and then you can finish them off with the railgun. Like, that's a ton of damage right there. Anyways, the core ability is called Flight Core, and this pretty much says, hover, unleashing rockets at the targets below. If you know Farah from Overwatch, then you know this ability. You're just going to be flying in the air, and you're going to be taking out a missile ejaculation. The last Titan is called Tone. I think this is going to be the most overpowered Titan for skilled players, like me, for example. Anyways, Tone is about laying waste to enemies efficiently and explosively. Tone attempts to lock onto enemies using her primary attack. If she achieves a lock, the tone of the lock is the last sound is the last sound they'll ever hear. I actually like that, the sound of that. Okay, so... primary weapon is the Tracker 40mm. The Tracker 40mm shoots semi-auto explosive rounds and acquires partial lock-on. It's pretty much, I guess you could say, a weapon that you know, have to lock onto the enemy, because if you don't, you know, you're not going to be able to shoot them. In other words, you can't just shoot this weapon you can't just shoot this weapon to just shoot it, okay? You have to partially be locked onto the enemy. I hope this applies to Titans and pilots as well, because then this means that this Titan can defend itself against pilots. Anyways, Ordnance, the R1 ability, of course, is called Tracker Rockets. When you fully lock onto an enemy, then you can shoot these rockets that are actually going to pursue the enemy Titan. This is very, very good for fleeing targets. The Triangle ability, it's going to be called Sonar Lock, okay? This reveals enemies in the area, kind of like a post bully for a Titan. Anyways, this reveals enemies in the area and then establishes a partial lock, which pretty much, you know, gives you the ability to what's this thing called, to actually shoot them with the 40mm thingy. And then the defensive ability is called Particle Wall. It places a defensive barrier in front of the Tone that she can shoot through. So it's pretty much you know, a huge rectangular wall that, you know, you place, and then you can shoot through it. And then, of course, the ultimate is called Salvo Core, which unleashes a barrage of rockets that can be guided in flight. They'll prioritize any locked targets Tone looks at. So I guess you could say, you know, you jump in the air and then you shoot out rockets, kind of like the North Star thingy ultimate. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. These are, you know, all 6 Titans and their ability, you know, except Scorch and Ion. Sorry about that. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, feel free to subscribe to join the Salvajee Cartel, and I will be seeing you guys on the next video. Remember, for more Titanfall 2 news, content, and pretty much Titanfall 2 in general, feel free to subscribe to join the Salvajee Cartel, because I'm going to be covering the fuck out of that game. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out, and I'll see you when the Titanfall drops.